Alright family, I hope this video goes through because I don't want to have to tell it again. My name's Mary Lee. Don't forget to put the dash between the Mary and the Lee, aka Mary Mac. I'm up early. It's supposed to be like 3:29 or whatever, maybe 2:29 depending on whatever. Either way it goes. We're going to talk about this smoking 38 special gun. Now they did not put me in this 308 unit where I'm residing at right now, 6210 South Chem, Bark Avenue in Chicago, Illinois. Apartment 308, like I said, for nothing. Now, yesterday, which was supposed to be tax day or whatever, you understand what I'm saying? I went to my, day program, Sarah Circle, 4838 North Gunnison in Sheridan in Chicago, right? Like I always do. And, they so gun-ho about me signing in. So, I started signing my name pretty much, like they wanted me to, sign in or whatever and stuff. But yesterday, which was supposed to be April 15th, tax day, you understand what I'm saying? And I remember being poisoned back in the day on April the 15th, tax day. And I believe that's Harold Washington's birthday or the day he was elected mayor or some shit. I don't know. Google this shit. You understand what I'm saying? And I call myself, but I remember, let me get back to that. I remember being poisoned on April the 15th when I was staying at 915 West Wilson. Yeah. So with that said, I went to Sarah Circle. Yesterday was supposed to have been, tax day, April the 15th. And, I was about to sign in, but something told me to count, the numbers. You understand what I'm saying? And I started counting. I got all the way to 29, but then I noticed there was no 30 because had I signed in, it would have been number 38. Now follow me, okay? There was no number 30 on the sign-in sheet at Sarah Circle. It stopped at 29 and then it went to 31. And by the time it was time for me to sign in, it would have been 38. We're talking about the smoking gun that I bought from Chuck Dalton's gun shop in Indiana. Long time ago. 1995, around that time. And, I never told anyone that I bought a gun. But I was going through some things and I went to stay with my ex-girlfriend, the Italian stallion, Donna Marie Evans, and her son, Mario Durrell Evans. And of course I took the gun with me, but I never told neither one of them that I purchased the gun. So when I got railroaded in 1995, after I gave my story to Oprah Winfrey and threw a copy of it in the trash can in Hyde Park, you understand what I'm saying? Down the street from Elijah Muhammad house. You understand what I'm saying? For real. I used to stay 5419 South Woodlawn apartment 1A. And they stayed right down the street on Woodlawn. And once I started investigating across the street and down the street, I believe Malcolm X stayed in the house because it's an X right in front of the house. You understand what I'm saying? For real, for real. So all of this is confusing to me. I know it's got to be confusing to you. But back to the smoking gun. I went to Chuck Dalton's gun shop. And I was looking at a gun that was, brand new in the boxes. I used to go to the gun range back in the day, because motherfuckers kept messing with me and I was selling general merchandise and I felt I had to protect myself. You understand what I'm saying? For real, for real. So that's why you used to see Tupac at the gun range, because everything, I do, motherfuckers copy and shit and then want to look like they cool and shit. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, I used to, go to the gun range and then, and I was trying to purchase a brand new gun, but the guy that was selling the guns, the white guy, he said, "Hey, take this one. It's a little cheaper. It was a 38 Smith & Wesson, and it had somebody's initials on it, and I had wrote about it in and in my book, awarded state / coming out hard. I can't remember the initials. Don't I'm sorry for that, but it had somebody's initials on it. And so I bought the gun or whatever. I never planned to use it or nothing. I just how I go, for real. So when I was feeling lost and down in the dumps one day, I sold all my stuff at my apartment. You understand what I'm saying? On King Drive, and I moved in with my ex-girlfriend and her son, Donna Marie Evans and Mario Darrell Evans, and because I was using drugs back then. I'm not gonna lie, and I wanted to get my shit together, and I felt we could do it together. But when I moved in Hyde Park, 5419, South Woodline apartment 1A, she and I were doing more drugs than I was doing by myself. So I said, this is not going to work. So I started getting my shit together. And of course, she did whatever she did. And that was drink and drug and stuff and continue to do whatever and stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Railroad me. You understand? So, one day she left after I told her, I'm feeling... I said, I picked up the phone. That's what I said. And it was ringing in my ear because those was the games they was playing on me back in the day. You pick up the phone, and I didn't dial nobody. You understand what I'm saying? For real. I just picked up the phone, and it was ringing in my ear. So that was the devil, playing tricks on me then. But, I was young, trying to figure stuff out. And I was trying to, write my book, Awarded State / Coming Out Hard. I had just given my story to Oprah Winfrey, all this in 1995. And around the holidays, I was depressed, you understand what I'm saying? And my ex-girlfriend was trying to kill me and stuff. So much so, she was running around so bad that I used to sleep at the foot of the bed. And, she slept at the head of the bed. And her feet stunk like goddamn it shit. And that's how I knew she was on some bullshit for real, for real. So, after I told her about the telephone incident, it was just me and Mario around this time. You understand what I'm saying? Her son, in the apartment and stuff, and a spirit came over me and told me to hold that boy down. And he was big as hell. He was 16 years old. And he was big as hell. And, I held him down on the bed because I felt as though he was trying to kill me. That's what my spirit felt. Because we used to play like basketball games or whatever and stuff on his video game, whatever console, and I would whoop his ass and shit at it, and I felt as though he had a resentment against me for real, and that's what his mother wanted us to fight, because she wasn't there this day when I held him down. And he started screaming like I was raping him or some shit. You understand what I'm saying? And, just days before, I had called the police and said I had that same 38 gun to my head, right? And, the police told me I had 2 minutes to live, so I hung up. And, I guess, the spirit came over, and that's when I held Mario down because I felt it was all connected because his mother knew police officers, and, of course, he thought he probably was the police or whatever the case was and stuff. You know how motherfuckers be feeling themselves and shit. But my higher power told me to hold his ass down. It was everything I had. I held his ass down. He was screaming like a motherfucker, and the police just so happened to come this day and stuff. And I opened the door. I'm the one that went to the door, and I opened it, and I let him in and stuff. And I was like, everything's okay, because by this time, the spirit had left me, and I was like, everything's okay. Tell him everything's okay. But he did not. He saw the opportunity and went for it. And he even said, and she's got a gun too. Now, I never told his mother or him that I had a gun, especially that 38. You understand what I'm saying? It's all about the smoking gun, okay? And with somebody's initials on it. And I'm like, now how the hell did he know I had a gun? So, of course, the police whisked me away, and I ended up in a psych ward in Hyde Park or whatever and stuff. And, it was all about to get my Social Security. That's what it was all about. You understand what I'm saying? For real, for real. But I went sober. I wasn't drinking, drugging, or smoking around this time. You understand what I'm saying? It's true. I was writing my book. I sent it off to Oprah. You understand? Blah, 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 blah. Now, here I am. Fast forward. Yesterday, April the 15th, the deadline tax day, I'm trying to sign in, and guess what number it is? 38. But guess what number is missing? 30 on the sign-in sheet. But my higher power, the spirit, told me to take over, took over and told me to count before I sign, because that 38 keep popping up. I'm in unit 38, 308. You understand what I'm saying? For real. See, whoever gun that was, somebody used it and tried to, they sold it to me. The fucking goddamn Chuck Dalton's gun shop, white man. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't get that shit off the street. I purchased it from, and he must have known that gun was dirty. And they try to, give it to me. So I asked for a sheet of paper, of the sign-in sheet that was, missing the number 30 on it. I didn't want the signatures, I just wanted the sign-in sheet to prove to people that I'm being railroaded, and they would not give it to me. But the guy that they got there named Nate, I call him Nate Dogg, he tried to convince another worker by the name of Jessica that I took some white out and wrote 30 next to it, because all I did at the end of 29, I just put 30, and then I signed in. He made it seem that I took some white out and, just lied in my face. I said, do you see any white out on this paper, Jessica? So I scratched my name off. You understand what I'm saying? For real, for real. Because they wouldn't give me a copy of the paper. So I felt my signature was not going to be, worth anything that day for them and stuff. And they claimed they didn't know, anything about it or whatever and stuff. But those are the games people play. Now, had I signed in on 38, I guess it would have made it look like, it coincide with this unit that I'm in that is another fucking railroad, unit 308, right by the door. You understand what I'm saying? And then they had the nerve to tell me, that these cameras was here before they got here. That's right outside my door. They lie dead in your face. For real, y'all need to listen to Lauryn Hill's first CD, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. For real, they go hard body. And if you look towards the right in the bottom of that CD cover, Lauryn Hill's CD cover, you will see the number 67 in plain sight. Now, she wasn't born in 1967. I was. Now, at first, they said she was born on my birthday, May 25th. But then I Googled it recently. Then they said May 26th. Because when I catch them, they start changing stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So, Mary McAmyras, stay tuned for real. I hope this video go through. If not, I'm going to do it again and stuff for real. Because that's why the staple singers be like, let's do it again. You know what I'm saying? For real. Because they know motherfuckers ain't going to let you get it through the first time. For real, for real. So they just trying to railroad you, girl. I don't know what happened to that smoking gun for real. Because every gun that I did buy, the police end up getting, or somebody stole it. And that's why the rapper The Game said that he got shot playing a video game with his own gun. You see how that shit works? Me and Mario was playing basketball. He lost. You understand what I'm saying? He's still mad because I'm a girl and I whipped his ass on his own video game. You understand what I'm saying? It's just they ego get bruised. And I understand. But this is a lesson that he need to learn as well as me. For real. You understand? And that's why he came back when he saw me on 75th and State Street at the Walgreens. You know what I'm saying? Before this railroad really started. He looked me in my eyes and was trying to read me because he read my book and listened to my audio recordings and stuff in 1995. For real. And he wanted to look me in my eyes stuff to try to figure me out. Well, I'm still sober. Are you? All right. Because you can't stay sober, doing wrong. And that's the truth. I try to be your friend, Mario, but your mom, she sells alcohol for a living. Gotta go.